Hey there everyone, it's me, elmoviemaster. I'm back with another video. So soon, right? Well, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about being content with the things that you already own. So, stay tuned. I think it's completely normal wanting new things. We see someone else with a gadget, a new phone, and we want it. And that ain't good marketing. Those two things are important in wanting something else, in wanting something that we think we need that we don't have. But I argue and I urge that it's more important to hold back. To hold back and just be content with the things that you already possess. Before I continue, please give it a thumbs up if you're new to this channel, subscribe. There's going to be videos here not just about movies, but about frugality, specifically in entertainment. I don't see people talking enough about being frugal when it comes to entertainment, because a lot of our money goes into entertaining ourselves. And some of the best things in life are actually free. So please, it helps the channel, and share with your friends. As a movie collector, someone that loves watching movies and having multiple editions of movies, whether it's on Laserdisc, VHS, DVD, those things, they're great, but sometimes they can be expensive. So the first thing that comes to my mind is the Friday the 13th box set that came out, I think it was probably a few weeks ago or maybe even a month ago. That box set looks beautiful. It's one of the most amazing boxes I've ever seen because it has so many special features. It has all the movies and new 4K transfers, and they actually have the old art cover, the one that used to be on the VHS tapes. So me owning already the movies, I already have them. I have them here on Blu-ray, the older edition. I feel like I don't own them. I need that box set. No, I don't. I already have them. They're right here. I have all the movies here. The only difference is that that particular edition has the uncut version of Jason Goes to Hell, which, okay, I don't have that. I have it on DVD. But who cares? I'm not going to go out of my way and spending almost $200 on a box set when I already have it here. It doesn't make much sense. I don't feel like the upgrade is worth it. And that happens with a lot of box sets that come around my way. For example, there's a box set of Hellraiser that was released by Arrow Video. It's called the Scarlet Box. It's beautiful. I remember seeing it when it was available. I think it was going for $100-something, and now it's out of print, and the price on it is ridiculous. Like, that's another thing. I don't think people should go out of their way and pay so much for out-of-print media. And I'm going to be doing a video on that sometime soon, that you should not buy out-of-print media. You should always wait. Something better will come along the way. And if you already own it, hold on to that edition. You know, don't get rid of it just because something new came out. Like with the Hellraiser movies, which I like the first 3 movies in the series, I already have them. I have the old editions on DVD and Blu-ray. Sure, I'm positive that the transfers on those look amazing. They probably have more special features, but it's not worth paying $500 for. No way. I don't think any movie is worth paying that much for. I bought these when they came out, 2009, 2010, and sure, you know, maybe the transfers aren't as good, but the movies are already here. That's what we're paying for. We're paying for the movie. And before that, I had them on tape, you know? I have the old VHS tapes. And it makes sense if you're, upgrading from VHS to DVD or Blu-ray because, the quality is a huge difference. But let's say you don't own these and you just own the VHS tapes. Be content with having just the tapes. You can at least watch the movies. And that's the thing with today's technology where you have everything at your disposal. Even if you don't have physical media and you have everything on the internet, I feel like we're not happy. We have so many apps. Peacock, Netflix, Hulu, Pluto TV, Tubi, the list goes on, and people are still not happy. I will see people say, I have nothing to watch. They'll have a huge collection like this, and I have nothing to watch. Or there's a bunch of stuff on your TV, on your smart TV, and you're like, I have nothing to watch. I find it silly because I remember growing up in the 90s not having any of this. I had just probably 10 tapes, and most of those tapes were recorded from TV. I used to record a lot from TV. And I didn't have like a premium cable. There was no Netflix or any of that. I sound like an old man. There was no Netflix back in my day. There really wasn't. There was, and the internet was dial-up, so there was just no capability of watching anything. You know, you had to watch it on tape or wait until it aired on TV. And the TV that I had back then, there was no smart TVs or flat screens. It was just a small little TV that was in the living room, and that was it. And we would watch it as a family. And I feel like I was happier back then when I had less stuff than I do now. It's insane. So, and this also applies not just to movies, but it applies to tech. I don't have it with me right now, but I have a smartphone that I've had for almost 2 years. And it works fine. You know, I remember when I was at my old job, I won't say who it was, but several of my coworkers had the newest iPhone. And sure, I would love to have an iPhone, you know, but it's expensive. I don't think any phone is worth that tag price. Most phones now do exactly the same thing. If you can go on YouTube, if you can go on the internet, Facebook, whatever, use Google Maps or Uber, they all do the same thing, you know, and they all have a camera. Like I remember hearing on, I watched Dave Ramsey a lot, and there's a caller who was saying that they needed the new phone. No, you don't need it. You want it, and you're looking for an excuse to want those things. Now, do I need to upgrade my phone just because everyone else around me has the newest phone? No. The thing is that, like I said, the phone that I already have and the phone that you probably already own does everything that the newest gadget does. Sure, it may not have the most crystal clear picture quality 4K screen, but who needs that? Like, most of the stuff that we have, most of the gadgets that we have, we don't really need. We think we do, but we don't. It's the same thing when it comes to TVs. I have the same TV, I have two TVs. There's one that's right in front of me, and which you've probably seen in some of my other videos, specifically the one where I talk about watching VHS tapes in different aspect ratios, and one that's in my bedroom. The one that I have in the bedroom looks like an older TV. It's a TV that I got on a Cyber Monday in 2011. And it's 720p, it's not even 1080. It works fine. I got it at a good price. It may not be the nicest, newest 4K screen, but it's fine. And even the TV that I have in front of me, I got probably 8 years ago. It's 1080i, and it works fine. I got it at a good price, and there's no need for me to upgrade. You know, and people say, oh, but what about Ask? It's not a smart TV. I just use a Roku. I have a Roku and a Fire Stick. The Fire Stick I use in the bedroom, and the Roku I use here on this TV. It's more than enough for me. And the same thing goes with other things that we have in life, like our cars. I have the exact same car that I paid off back in 2011. I do the regular oil change. I change the tires once it reaches a certain amount of mileage, and I make sure that the car is in pristine order. And, you know, people, when they get into the car, they're like, oh, this car looks pretty brand new. Well, I clean it all the time. I put in seat covers that, you know, make the seats look as new as possible. And just maintain. Like, that's another thing, is that we always feel like our things look old because we sometimes may not take care of things as much as we would like. And that's probably because we take things for granted. That's an important thing, is not to take things for granted. Every little thing that you have, take care of it. Like, I also have, you may not, I don't think I've ever worn it on this channel, but I have a watch that I've had since 2008. And every single time people look at it, they're like, that watch looks brand new. It's not brand new. I've had this watch since 2008. It's like, how does it look so new? Well, whenever, it's not my everyday watch. It's a watch that I use whenever I go out. I have two watches only. I have a watch that I use for work, and a watch that I use for going out. And that particular watch that I use for going out, it's black and gold. I use it, it goes back into a box, and that's it. Now, I don't own, actually I did own at one point a smartwatch that was given to me as a gift. And it just sits there, I don't really use it. But everyone has a smartwatch. And smartwatches, you know, they're really nice. They look like, you know, something that would appear in a futuristic movie. It's crazy that we have, you know, smartwatches. But I most of the stuff that was on it, I don't really use. It's stuff that is already probably in my phone. so I don't really use it. But a lot of people pay a big price tag on these things. And let's say you're someone who likes smartwatches and you want a smartwatches. I've seen a lot of them that are not, the name brand, they're not the iWatch. They're simple ones that cost between $20 and $30. That seems okay. But paying like $100, $200 for a watch is crazy. And even before smartwatches existed, people used to pay, probably still do, crazy prices for, really fancy watches. Now, here's the thing. If you have the money for it and you want to buy it, go for it. If you're trying to be frugal and you're trying to save money, I think it's just okay not having those things. We lived a life, before all this stuff existed, being completely content. And whenever you do have that feeling that I'm bored with what I have, I just don't have anything to watch, you know what I do? I just go out for a walk, or I ride my bike. I'll go to the library and pick out a book for free. And now with COVID, if you don't, want to go inside your library, there's an app on your phone, at least for my public library there is, or you can even go on their website. You choose what you want to check out, and they'll deliver it to you to your house. And they also have like curbside pickups. Just check your public library and ask and see what options they have. I know right now because we're all, hunkered in, there's less options, but it shouldn't stop you from living and enjoying the things that you have and the things that are out there. Life is short, so enjoy it. Don't be so like, oh, I always need something more. I'm not happy with what I have. The other person has a better collection than I have. The other person has a nicer car than I have. It's the newest thing, or whatever it may be. Just, it's crazy. I'm repeating myself, but it's true. Just sit down, think. I'm happy. I have everything I need. There's other people in the world, and even in this country, who have less than you do. And they're happy. So, just be self-reflective of the things that you have, the people that are in your life. Whenever you feel bored, because I don't understand that concept of feeling bored. If you feel bored, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do anything or whatever, just, again, go out for a walk. Call a friend. Reach out to that friend that you haven't talked to in a while. See how they're doing. There's so many things that you can do. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's going to be a video on Friday talking about never paying full price for anything. Movies, whatever it is that you like, because as much as we like to hold back on the things that we want, there's some things that we do need, and sometimes we like to give ourselves something nice. So on Friday there's going to be a video, and I'm going to give a little funny story about never paying full price for anything. There's better options out there, and I'm going to give you a bunch of different choices that you can use when it comes to movies, to tech, whatever it is that you want. Because there's a difference between wanting something and needing something, and I'll be discussing that in that video. Also, before I forget, people were trying to watch my video on Bruce Willis that I left on the description down below, and the link wasn't working. I fixed it. I will also be leaving it on the description down below. For those of you who don't know, I did a video talking about Bruce Willis on the second channel, and basically I'm talking about how Bruce Willis used to make great movies, and now all he does is these terrible direct-to-video movies. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, bye.